Liverpool go out of the Champions League, an uninspiring and a lack of clinical edge in the performance tonight from Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's men go out, but a different tale for Manchester City. Absolutely brilliant. They went a goal down to the wonderful Jude Bellingham, but the nerve, the composure, the world-class quality that they demonstrated for that 90-plus minutes was sensational. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's go, people! What an evening of football we just witnessed. Manchester City, sublime. Absolutely sublime. They truly, truly were. And listen, I've got, that's all I can call them is brilliant. Young Phil Foden, absolutely sensational to a man he was tonight, and he has been all season. His 6th Champions League goal seals Manchester City's place in the semi-final, where they will take on the brilliant Paris Saint-Germain. Liverpool, they lack quality tonight. They lack quality. There was no clinical. There's a lack of clinical nature from everybody tonight. No finishing or a lack of final ball. A great final ball, no finishing over and over again. Mo Salah missed an absolute plethora of chances tonight. Firmino missed 2 or 3 absolute gilt-edged chances, both within the opening 2 minutes of the first half. They should have and could have given themselves more hope tonight, Liverpool. They should have taken chances. They had the opportunity to, but they didn't finish their dinner. So the approach play was there, the performance was there, but not finishing that dinner. Not getting the ball over the line. Just missing out. And that has been the story of Liverpool Football Club season, finishing their chances, putting games to bed when they're in the ascendancy. Real Madrid go through to the other semi-final where they will face Chelsea. Chelsea fans, we want to hear from you tonight as well about your thoughts on Real Madrid, who are very good defensively tonight. They never really tried to beat Liverpool with much gusto and with much energy. They were very much in second gear, reserving themselves. What a quality lineup we have for the semi-finals. Lengon Sweet here says PSG come outside and Foden, what a finish. It was sensational. Jude Bellingham raised the bar in the game, the youngest English player to ever score in the Champions League, and Phil Foden said, yo, hold my beer and watch what I am about to do. Absolutely brilliant. But of course, Liverpool fans, you're out tonight. A lot of controversy before the game started. Liverpool fans massively complaining about the starting lineup. No Jota. Gini starting, by the way. Gini went out and did miss an absolute sitter tonight as well. He really, really did. We have a super chat here from Sam Shack. We can't put it up on the screen, actually. It's too many comments have gone past already. I'm very sorry. He says, story of our season, to be honest, not taking our chances. Could have pushed this Real Madrid team hard if we took the first half chances, but fair play to Real Madrid. They deserved the win. Milito was a brick wall. Their whole team, the whole Real Madrid team was excellent tonight. And as I say, they played in second gear for a lot of the game. They never really went at Liverpool, as I say, with much gusto. But that's all they needed. And sometimes you don't need to be a bull in a china shop. Sometimes you don't need to be the aggressors and play at 1,000,000 miles an hour. They were 3-1 up. They took their time. They actually had some really good chances themselves to put the game to bed. Benzema late on. There was a chance with Vinicius when he went through. He didn't lift it enough or at all over Ellison, and the save was made. So they could have put the game to bed. But Firmino wasteful. Mo Salah really letting Liverpool down tonight. Genie for me with a terrible performance. There's no doubt. And it's just another night where it didn't work for the fullbacks of Liverpool. It didn't work for their fullbacks tonight in any way, shape, or form. Blue Mank here says back to the Europa League. Scousers. Well, they very much could be if they don't make the top four now, Liverpool. That is where they could be plying their European trade next year. Comment here says Klopp down the slope. Told you he was a flop, but he's not a flop, bro. He won the damn Champions League, and apparently you can't be a flop having won the tournament you've just been knocked out of. But not a good year for him at all. Tony actually said he thinks the lineup was perfect tonight. We'll see what the callers say later. Blue Media FC says, come on, City. And I'm sure City fans are absolutely over the moon. I just want to take a few minutes to speak about Man City because we try and give them a lot more attention here on the terrace in recent times. You saw it wasn't just a very good performance. Controlled the ball, 61% possession, 91% pass completion, 17 shots on goal, 2 goals scored. It was the way City navigated a very difficult situation for themselves. It's the way Manchester City went a goal down, kept their nerve, and they didn't allow themselves to panic. That mental edge is what separates the top-class teams and the elite teams. Being able to get the job done, get it over the line in the right way. And City have had a little bit of a hoodoo in recent years at the quarterfinal stage. There was an opportunity for a big slip-up from them tonight. That didn't happen, and that in itself has to be congratulated. Over 2,000 people watching us right now. Smash that like button right now. City fans, Liverpool fans, share the stream. We want to get all your opinions out there. We've got some big news coming with our partnership with Snack Media. Press release very soon. But some of the stuff we've got planned for our members and planned for our super chatters is going to be amazing. So get those super chats in. Get your membership signed up now. The links for that are in the description below. I'm going to do some of these super chats now. We've got loads coming through. Again, same story with Liverpool. Madrid sat back and defended, played long balls. Liverpool could not break them down. Bro, I think you did break them down. You didn't take your chances. Mo Salah should have put you 1-0 up in the opening 2 minutes. Mo Salah had 2 or 3 chances to score sitters tonight. Firmino missed sitters tonight. Genie missed a sitter tonight. You get sitters by opening a team up. I'm not saying Real Madrid were world class. You opened them up. You just didn't score. The difference between Liverpool last season and this season has been your conversion rate. And that's the bugbear. And that's what's got to be fixed over the course of the summer. Daniel here of a super chat says, fought well, but lacked the quality when it mattered. Madrid did what they had to. Gonna have to make the top 4 now. Hear you on that one. Legan Sweet again says, being in the Champions League is not for everyone. Yes, just down to 2 English teams. Aaron, long-time viewer and super chatter of the terrace here, says we should have taken the chances we got in the first half. Last year, those chances were goals. Story of the season. Without a lot of help, I can't believe we might be watching Thursday football again. It's sad. Hull Madrid, well played. Liverpool is what Alex B's got to say. New Tide says LFC, no individual brilliance, relying on a system. Listen, as you know, we say here at the Football Terrace, a brilliant system is required to make you kings of Europe, Premier League champions. But without individual brilliance, no system on God's green earth works at all. And do you know what? I'm going to say this. I swear, Liverpool fans, wouldn't you have rather have lost the ball another 20 times tonight, but took those risks and taken those chances and scored? Just saying. It's all, taking the risk at the right time, unleashing the shots at the right time. Drifty Black Mr. Clean. I didn't know what that was when I first started reading it. I was like, I've got to read that out in my head first. 100% making the top 4 now. All the focus on the EPL. That's a good question for Liverpool fans. Are you confident of making the top 4 now you are where you are? Keep hitting that like and share button. We're going to start bringing the panel on very, very soon for you. We will open up the show later for your calls as well. Oil Classico in the semis. And we will be previewing the semi-finals later on with the panel as well. PSG City, what a game that is going to be. It's going to be colossal. And Chelsea, Real Madrid, they can both make it's going to be on fire. It's going to be on absolute fire. No shocks though in these quarterfinals. No major comebacks or anything. Samuel here says, take this performance to the Prem. Still proud. You'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. I hear why you'd be proud. It's been a brilliant few years for Liverpool. Just kind of fallen by the wayside in recent times. Let's do some more of these. Let's do some more of these comments here. Terry, I'm telling you, it's Chelsea PSG final, Tuchel's revenge. Now, romance would say yes. Football stories would say yes. Because this happens, like, honestly, start looking for this. Look for a player that moves in January and look how quickly they play their old team in either a cup tie or a league game after they leave. It always seems to happen on a regular basis. That could, imagine that final. And imagine Tuchel beats Paris Saint-Germain in the final that they sacked him for not winning. That would be amazing. But both teams have got to get there first. And it won't be easy to get past Real Madrid with their pedigree and their love affair with this tournament. And equally, Paris Saint-Germain will probably also be looking at this and thinking, with all due respect, Real Madrid are not the powerhouse they once were. Chelsea still finding their feet under Tuchel. And City, they still haven't got past the semi-final in the history of their football club. They might look at this now as their opportunity to shine. I think what is... it's going to be so interesting in the next game. I can't wait to preview him later. Thank you for becoming an official member of the Football Terrace. That's Football 97 here. It says Mark Goldbridge, salt and an up yours. Manchester is blue. Listen, there's no point being salty towards Manchester City. There isn't. you just take it. You just got to take it how good they are. Take it on the chin and move on. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. Let's start bringing the panel on now, ladies and gentlemen. First up, we're going to add them in one by one. It's going to be man like Safe, Liverpool fan. Out of the tournament. I'm good, bro. Give me your thoughts, mate.
Do you know what? I thought I'd be a lot more upset at 0-0, but we played really well. Obviously gutted because this whole week I've just been watching Champions League replays of comebacks. Literally, Ajax, Tottenham. I watched Liverpool, Barcelona, and I thought today could be another special one, but obviously it wasn't our day today. The frustrating thing today, though, Terry, was the fact that we just simply cannot finish. And I don't know if you've got Conroy on the panel, but Conroy, he's been telling me this whole season, we need a 9, we need a 9, we need someone that scores goals.
Yeah.
And do you know what, today, we like, Salah's good at scoring goals, but we just need, so look, we're putting in crosses, Trent's putting in these beautiful balls, and there's just no one there to attack it. So many times, there's just not people driving into the box. And if it was, that would have been a difference. We easily could have won 4-5-0 today if we had a goal scorer. Because this wasn't no top Real Madrid team facing us today. And Vinicius didn't turn up like Cristiano Ronaldo like he did last game.
So do you feel that Jota not starting, hindsight's lucrative, but it does now look like a terrible decision?
Do you know what? I don't think it was. I know, like, I wasn't... the thing is, he started against Villa, and he just wasn't that effective. He was a lot more effective in the Arsenal game when he came on later. And I think that's what Klopp was going for, the fact that they're expecting us to start Jota. So we'll start with Mane because we know Mane's got that capability. And the team came out with a different attitude today. And for the first time, I felt like the team really, really were trying. Like each and every player, I got to give it to them. There was no one on the pitch that was particularly poor. Whereas in most games, you're talking about 6 or 7 poor performances. And with Jota not starting, I mean, it wasn't the worst option. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference, to be honest.
I hear you on that. We're going to bring in KJ and David now to have their say as well. Welcome. LFC Sonny's with us at the same time. KJ, interesting games tonight. Has someone got WhatsApp open?
Yeah, sorry.
I just keep getting a beep in my ears. KJ, I mean, what game are you mainly focusing on tonight?
Man City and Dortmund. But I had Liverpool on as well. For what I saw, Real Madrid were just defensively strong. They had their game plan of just stifle Liverpool, make it hard for them to score, and if they can, nick a goal. But if not, just control the ball and control the game where they can, and they execute that perfectly. There were chances for Liverpool. What I said about this Firmino goals, brother, man can't score, fam. Salah missing a massive chance, and Wijnaldum as well, blazing it over the bar. From that distance, you gotta hit the target at least. But I mainly was watching Man City.
Yeah, and well, I got a super chat I missed earlier, sorry, from something who says the semi-finals are very interesting. I don't think the teams have played each other in the Champions League before, have they? I don't remember Real Madrid and Chelsea as a game.
No, the last time we played was the '99. What's it? Super Cup.
Okay, yeah.
PSG and Man City have played before, though. They have played before.
They have played before. Yeah, there we go. Not in knockouts. I don't know knockouts they have.
Yeah, no, it was. They PSG knocked them out one time.
Okay,
it was them.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, on Man City tonight, how impressed were you, KJ, with their how they showed their nerve, how they got the job done? They came from behind. Give us your thoughts.
It's like I said, this team right now is on a different kind of wave. They're on a different kind of relentlessness, and I think that they can smell the treble. They can the quadruple. They can smell the quadruple, and they're hungry. The way that they just kept on going and going, and yes, that midfielder in nets made it hard for them because man's a fraud, fam. If you're gonna get a hand to it, save it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the way that this kept going, and this kid Phil Foden, I don't think people give him these props. You know, I don't think they give him enough praise and put him on the level that he actually is. If it's not as good as Mbappe or Haaland, he's number 3. He's number 3.
Bro, the reason he doesn't get the same praise, the same attention, is the same reason that Aguero and David Silva, and to a degree even Vincent Kompany, always seem to get left out of greatest ever Premier League teams, the greatest ever discussions, is they don't have yet, City don't yet have the size of the fan base. They don't even have the plethora of pundits sitting on the panel shows talking about their teams. Michael Richards come into the fray recently. So there's no one fighting their corner enough, because if Phil Foden was performing like this for Chelsea, for Arsenal, Man United or Liverpool, he would be he'd be global. He'd be a global star. It'd be on the tips of everybody's tongues. But it's because he's at City, he's being left out. He right now, out of all the young players we rave about in the Premier League, Phil Foden's top of the tree. 100%.
He if he does not get Young Player of the Year this year, I'll be upset, because he is absolutely deserved this season. The way that he's sliding into this Man City team, people were questioning Pep and people were questioning Man City for what they're doing to Foden. He doesn't get enough games. Was it the other way around? I apologize, City fans. Anyway, and the way that he's now filling into this role, everyone was questioning it, but he's sliding in perfectly. They knew what they was doing with him. They knew where they was going with him. They were like, learn under De Bruyne, learn under Silva, learn under Toure, learn under all these great midfielders that we've got. And once they come to the end, because they was coming to the end, your time will come. And now he's just slipped in and they've used it perfectly. And now
I hear that. Sorry, a comment here from Blue Maniac says we don't need him to be a global star. We know the corruption in the media. And do you know what? I hear your point, Blue. And City fans will appreciate and love him. The point I'm making is a lot of these awards, World Player of the Years, a lot of it is both influenced by the media and or voted for by respected journalists. So that's my point. Because you don't have fans hyping it enough because of the size of your fan base, the media don't pick up on it as much because there's less traction in a Man City article than there is a Man United or an Arsenal or a Chelsea one. And I'm saying this as a Man United fan. I feel sorry for some of these City players for not getting the flowers they deserved. I'm going to go to you in a minute, Sonny. I want to speak to David first. Haaland's performance tonight is getting a lot of criticism on social media. He didn't turn up. There's pictures of Mbappe trending everywhere. Do you think it was a poor Haaland performance, or just Dortmund didn't have enough to get the ball into the areas for Haaland to work?
No, it's the second one. We didn't create enough chances for him. We actually, I'm genuinely being serious. On another night, Dortmund win that game. On another night, Emre Can was Man City's best player. That is an absolute embarrassment. Doing what with his arm like this, I don't know what he was doing. And hits in goal. I understand. Foden was actually really quiet today. He actually really was. He had one shot and hits isn't a below average keeper. And Berkey's been out for a long time. He only just came back a couple of weeks ago. So he hasn't been put back in yet. So City were good, but I really felt Dortmund got unlucky this one. They had chance. They really did have chances. Though. Also, not even just chances as in missing shots, but also putting the ball in the right place for there to be a chance, as in cutting to the far post when you should have gone near post, or dragging it back to the edge of the box instead of just blazing it over into the other corner. Like there were definite chances for Dortmund, but fair play to Man City. I mean, they were a better team overall, and I said Dortmund probably lose 4-1, 4-2, so it didn't shock me. So yeah.
Do you know, I felt tonight watching Haaland play. I thought his hold-up play for the large part was very, very good. Again, his hold-up play led to their goal. I think it could be a spur for him. Getting to this stage of a Champions League and being knocked out again, it may be I look at Mbappe, we know he wants to be better than Mbappe. Mbappe's just in a superior team, like an overall team. So there's going to be more opportunity. There's better players around him. If Haaland was playing in a PSG team playing counter-attack football against Man City, it would have been a lot more potent, if that makes sense. I think this could be a milestone and almost a trick for him to want to push the move away sooner rather than later, because there'll be that element of, I'm ready now. I just want to play in a team that's actually can compete toe-to-toe with the biggest teams in Europe. And Dortmund are never, ever going to be there on a regular basis. We've got a few more super chats. I'm going to say... Go on.
I was going to say, no, Jude Bellingham was fantastic. Jude Bellingham was absolutely fantastic. Should be in the Euro squad. Should be in... I'm running a prop for him. Should be in that Euro squad.
Honestly, on Jude Bellingham, he's the closest youngster I've seen to Paul Scholes since Paul Scholes. His shot was great, right? That wasn't the only thing. It was his ability the time. He looks like he's got an hour on the ball every time he's got it. The way he moves. He had times where he got pressed by City's players and he just pivots and turns. He didn't get it right every time. But he's 17. He's a child. You know when Silky Ilky was pushing him, I was thinking, bro, that's a minor. You can't be hitting a minor. Like, he's a 17-year-old boy. He's a boy. He's a child. And for me, he had a very, very good game in the middle. His goal was brilliant. I felt sorry for him not being on the winning side tonight. We've got a super chat here from Mohammed. Says City scored a high-pressured pen. The quad is coming. It's written in the stars. And who said penalties are not important? Walter King here says, Terry, did I watch a different game? If Man City play like that against PSG, they would lose. They were not that good. Like I said, I thought they played well. It's more the nerve I'm focusing on and getting over that hoodoo that's important. A few comments saying, Terry, so you're saying because there's not a lot of ex-City players as pundits, City players don't get rated. Is that the reason? Sometimes I despair what people listen to. A reason. Less fans, less pundits, less focus on the media, less hype created, thus less rated. It's as simple as that. Another super chat here with fingers being put up to Mark Goldbridge. I'm not too sure why Mark Goldbridge is getting abused tonight. As he said that they're ruining football or something again, maybe. But that's Mark Goldbridge being Mark Goldbridge. Smash that like button. Sonny, you jumped for joy when you got Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. You've been dumped out 3-1. Genie poor. Firmino.
Really awful. Don't even say poor. That makes him look good saying poor.
Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
The bit I wanted to say first before I even speak about the game was I hope people realize this isn't even Real Madrid proving me wrong. It was Liverpool. If we take our 3 clear-cut chances today, we go through. And then everyone's talking about how bad Real Madrid is. So why don't we do that instead of saying Real Madrid was so good defensively? Because if we take our clear-cut chances, which we usually would have done in the past, we win that game and we go through. I don't understand that bit of it.
Why didn't you take chances? Why have you become so poor at finishing chances this season?
I can't tell you because there's never really like a real reason. Mane, who I thought was quite good today. Firmino, who it had to be one of Firmino or Mane dropped for me. I don't know why Jota was on the bench. It makes zero sense to me. But Firmino, today he slowed everything down. It's like playing Wijnaldum up front. You cannot have 2 Wijnaldums on the same pitch or you are going to lose that game or the tie in this case.
Man, I thought Firmino was close today.
No, are you joking? Hang on, are you joking?
No, I'm serious. He was pressing their defense, and we didn't have that last game. They got so much space in the last game.
Oh, no. Stop it. Stop.
What have I told you about his brother, man? Pressing. He's your striker. He is your striker.
He's the false line. He drops deep, and that's exactly what he did.
I'll tell you, when we had it was about 60th minute. This, yeah?
Link-up play.
Well, we're in the 60th minute. A ball falls to him near the edge of the box, where Real Madrid have to come all their players back. He jogs slowly towards the ball, thinks about who to play it to, and then just does it by himself and loses it. I cannot deal with this guy anymore. He's so useless.
There was one cross that came in from Trent. There was one cross that came in from Trent. He didn't head the ball. He just let the ball hit his head. Honestly, it's not the fact that he's not a prolific goal scorer. It's just the fact that the chance he gets, he should be doing better. He does poor.
Safe. I need to say this, Safe. Listen, the press might be good, but it's not enough. His job is to create and or to score. And tonight, 45th minute, 47th minute, he missed absolute gilt-edged chances. And you can say, oh, they were blocked. Have a bit of composure. Go for the shot. Let the man make his block and then slide out the way like a fool and then put it in. There was no composure from him tonight. He also tried a thunderbolt shot, flew over. You know, thank God there wasn't fans. There'd be a poor cop-out tonight with a concussion.
By the way, on that really quickly, the fans did not affect anything today. Like we done all we could without the fans. Like I think fans being there wouldn't have made us win that game. So I hope no one's going to use that as an excuse. I think we done everything apart from finish.
Thank you.
You know, it's true. Listen, Liverpool. I never want to lose subscribers. I love the Football Terrace community, but the excuses for Liverpool for this past 14 months on your decline for 14 months has become beyond nauseating. I don't know. I'd rather swallow my own vomit than continue to listen to the no fans, Van Dijk's injury. We were already on the beach, blah, blah, referees. There's always an excuse. The fact is the team has lost its mojo. The team has lost its drive. The team was a very good team, turned into a great team by its desire and hunger to achieve greatness. They achieved it and stopped. They achieved it and they've lost their motivation. And that drop off of 5 to 10% is the difference between being a Liverpool team that can get to a quarterfinal of a Champions League and beyond. This is the level you're at now because you've leveled up because the ultra motivation is gone. And it's about time Liverpool realise this. They've got to spend money. They've got to reinvest in this squad because you're falling away again.
And Safe, you saying, oh, but he pressed well. He's why they're getting away with his foolishness. You shouldn't be here advocating for Firmino, bro. You shouldn't. You should ask him to be sold.
KJ, yeah. I've been saying for quite a while, yeah, that Firmino, like last season, I was his number one fan, yeah. This season, he's really got under my skin. Like I've been cussing him left, right, and center. But the thing is, I feel like everything that you've seen of him in the past, you just like everyone just kind of uses it now as a bit of a scapegoat thing. No one actually watches his performances.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
No, you finish your point. Finish your point, and I'll go.
You know, I was going to say today, after about like 5-10 minutes, I realized he was a better player than he's been in the previous games, and I know why he got.
That's not it though, because I could be better than he's been in the previous games. I'm still not good enough.
Is his better good enough to get you through a Champions League?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's big.
It is though. This is what I'm going to say to Liverpool fans. Rivals were talking about these things with Firmino when you were winning, but because you were winning, you didn't care. When life's going well, there's certain things you don't care about as much. Do you know what I mean? If you've got loads of money coming in and you misplace a fiver, are you worried? No. You suddenly have no money. Every penny matters. And what you're now seeing at Liverpool, because you're starving for goals, every misplaced pass, every bad run, every bad touch, every chance, every gilt-edged chance he misses, you're feeling it now because you're starving. You're starving and you're not being fed. Before he was just, you know what I mean? It was, do you know what? I don't need another side dish of macaroni and cheese. I'm full already. So you didn't notice it not coming out or it being cold or not being right. And Firmino needs to go. You need to refresh this. There's a comment here that says 3 clear-cut chances don't make 3 goals because the order of play. Yeah, I hear you of that, but you created more than 3 clear-cut chances in different periods of the game tonight. One of those goals being taken before maybe the 70th minute changes the complexity of the game. It throws a mental spanner into the works for Real Madrid. Do we come out and try and get a goal back, or do we sit back further? Whatever they do, they're even going to invite more pressure or they're going to leave space in behind if they attack. That's what Liverpool needed. Missing those chances, especially the 3 or 4 in the first half, it gave Real Madrid something to hold on for and didn't make them think too much. Liverpool only have themselves to blame. Keep smashing that like and share button. We're going to share the link in a few moments for you to come on and have your say. Later on in the show, we're going to preview just briefly the semi-finals as well. We've got another super chat that's just come through here. Where's it gone? They come through and then they disappear. This is from Adams, who says, did I just hear that Liverpool fans say Sadio good? These Scousers are back to where they belong and I love it.
Can I say something really quickly, by the way? I thought James Milner was outstanding today. I just feel bad he had to play next to Gini Wijnaldum.
You man, do you not understand? This outstanding thing is not a good sign. This is not a good sign.
What?
No.
But what does that mean to my point? I just called James Milner outstanding.
No, Sonny. My point is, if this is me and I've just lost 3-1 to a team where everyone was saying we have a really good chance here, and we've been effectively you were dominated for about 75% of the whole tie. These outstanding things don't mean anything.
No. I get that. I would have said this 10 minutes ago if I was like that. But I'm saying it now. That's why I start off negative.
I'd be fuming because you man last year were like untouchable. Then Watford came, Troy Deeney and them man came along, and Ismail Assar, and ever since been going downhill. And you all just seem to be like, don't worry, it's fine. Next season.
No. I don't know who's saying it's fine. No one's saying it's fine.
You don't know what's happening here.
Sonny is not. Maybe safe. Maybe safe is going through blind hope right now. I'm blind faith.
No, it's not blind faith.
Oh yeah, you are. You backed Firmino. If you're backing Firmino, you are.
No. I'm relaxed. I'm not worried. I'll be honest. I'm not worried. We're not dropping off. Like, all right, this is a freak season, but you got to realize we've got Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk, all of them coming back, and even if we sell them, I'm hoping it all depends on transfers this summer, but we're not going to completely drop off as a club.
Yeah, but
this season is
Gomez, Van Dijk, 7-2, Aston Villa.
I hear that, guys. Listen, we're going to go to some calls now. Viewers, I want your thoughts on City's performance tonight and Phil Foden. Should Haaland be leaving? Should Haaland be leaving Manchester? Sorry, should Haaland be leaving Borussia Dortmund for a club in the Premier League? I want your thoughts on that. And Liverpool, what do they need to do to rebuild? Is it quality of transfers? Is it just a player or two out, changing system? I want your thoughts and opinions. Are Liverpool fans confident that you're just going to bounce back next year? Hit that like button. Let's get this past 1,000 likes while we're live on the air. Quick super chat before we go to the calls here. If City win the Premier League, their 5th, and Champions League double or a possible quad, will this make them historically the greater than Chelsea?
Yes.
That's a really good debate and a really good question, but yes, potentially. Yes. Absolutely. It could certainly mean that. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. It could definitely mean that for their 5th and a double. No, Chelsea haven't done that in the Premier League before. But viewers, have your say on that as well. First caller we're getting on the show is going to be Peterson. Peterson, welcome to the terrace. What do you want to say, mate?
What's up, man? I just want to say that I think Liverpool played really well tonight. Just unfortunate that we didn't score any goal. We had maybe 3 caught occasions in the first half. Should have been 3-0. We should have won this, and we just bottled it. I'm sorry. Gini played really well. I don't care what everybody has to say. I don't care. But he should have scored.
Whoa, hang on. Sorry, say again.
He played well, bro.
Wait, who? So I might misheard you.
Gini.
No.
He did, bro. He did. Sorry.
He didn't.
What people like to say about Gini is that, he likes to keep the ball, passing the ball around, blah, blah. It's true, but not tonight. He tried to.
No, it was tonight. I thought tonight was worse than almost any other time.
Nah, bro.
For me, I think the last 3 games has been almost his worst 3 games in the Liverpool shot. 3 games in a row where he's gone like a worst play on the pitch.
That's facts, but he redeemed himself tonight. He should have scored.
No, he didn't know. Whenever we go forward and we need goals, we're 3-1 down on aggregate, and he keeps moving the ball backwards, sideways. We never move anywhere when he's doing that.
Think about that. If he scored, would you say the same thing?
No, but he didn't score.
But that's the same.
He didn't score.
Gentlemen, so let me ask the real question here rather than the argument's great, but let's ask the question. You saying he played well. What did he do well for you tonight? What was the outstanding things that he was doing that Liverpool needed?
Ball retention. Tell me one time he lost the ball. Just tell me one time he lost the ball. One time.
No, but how can you lose the ball when you're playing it backwards?
He didn't. That's what I said. He was trying to fight the players in front of him.
No, it wasn't.
The only thing that he did bad today is the occasion that didn't score. That's it.
No, everything he done was bad, and everything he does do is bad. That's their problem with Wijnaldum. We cannot move forward towards goal when he's playing this bad. Whenever he gets the ball, sometimes he doesn't even pass it backwards. Sometimes he doesn't pass it.
I don't get that. Do you want another thing? I also think that Kompany wasn't that bad.
Who?
Okay, wait, I'm not even trolling. I'm not even trolling.
Firmino.
Yeah,
He
I'm not even
missed.
trolling.
He
The
missed.
game's gone. The game's
That's
gone.
fact. He missed 2 clear occasions. He should have scored. That's fact. But he didn't.
That's his job. That's his job, though. The football's got. I mean it. I know KJ's just said it. I appreciate the call, but football's gone. We have gone into this world now where if the touch is good and the passing is good and there's a few silky techers, unbelievable techers, big up Rocket. Like if these things happen, suddenly it's guy played well. No, your job, especially as an attacker, is to score and to create. And if you're not doing those things, you don't have a good game. You don't have good games if you're not. I don't care how many rainbow flicks and step overs and dribbles you complete. If there's no end product and your job is to deliver end product, you don't get it said that you've had a good game for me. You can't.
Doesn't even do the step overs anymore.
You can't. It's a madness to me, bro. Listen, I appreciate your call though. Thank you, Piers, for coming on, mate, and having your say.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, go on, mate.
Okay. First of all, I think like PSG is an oil club. City also, Chelsea also. The only real club that's left is Real Madrid. But I really hope that City wins this one. Why? Because I hate Madrid. I just hate them.
Hang on.
And I think Pep deserves it, and for Aguero. That's it.
Okay, so when you say they're City oil clubs, do you not think they're real football clubs or something?
No. But for this year, I don't think they bought any of the trophies they're about to win. They won in fair square.
Wait, but as a Liverpool fan, did you not buy the league because you bought Van Dijk and Alisson and Fabinho, and they cost a lot of money?
Yeah, but that was only like the big sign that we did in like 5 years.
I'm confused here. Let me go back. So you don't think? Why don't you think they're real clubs?
Because usually what they do, they only buy the trophies. But except for this year.
So hang on, I'm confused. How, if that's your logic, how did they not buy it this year?
Because the only good player that they bought was Ruben Diaz and Ake, but he doesn't play.
But all the other players that they bought season before that still play for them.
Yeah, sure. But this year, if we take like only this year, would they bought no one except for Diaz and Ake? So that's why I'm gonna say that I think that for this year, for the league and the Champions League, they did pretty well. So I cannot hate on that. That's my point.
Did you not buy Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita, Van Dijk, Fabinho for over 200 million? So did you not buy the Premier League?
But that was like
did you buy a Champions League then?
5 years building. Usually, what this club do, they buy a bunch of players, and then that's our team.
But
then hold on, why are you having to go with Chelsea then?
Was it Man City built their team?
Because Chelsea sell so much that they can buy so much. So what's your problem with Chelsea then?
But you bought like maybe 5 players last year.
So what?
Like 200.
So guys, no, sorry, but I don't understand what your issue is with them being able to buy people. It's their money. Why can't they spend it?
It's not that they buy people. It's the fact they have so much money that usually what they do, they only buy their trophies only. That's it.
Do you understand that when you understand why Liverpool and Man United dominated English football for so many decades before Chelsea got their money and City got their money? Do you know why we did that? Because we were the wealthiest.
That's true. That's true.
So the wealth was accumulated differently, but the wealth was still there. I don't understand why City and Chelsea are the top of the league right now, because they're the best run club with the most amount of money in the league. Do you know that's the same pattern of every top club forever in England? They've either been the best run or the wealthiest, or a combination of the two, or very much near those things. You never get a team at the top of the tree that are run like shit and don't have any money. It's impossible.
And also, this whole notion of the buy the league and stuff. If they bought all these players and it didn't work, you would laugh at them for saying, "Oh, you bought all these players and it didn't work." So now that they did buy the players they needed and it's worked, they've also bought the league.
But
it's
that's
not even. It's not a shoo-in that a team just because they spend money that they win things. You have to have good quality coaching, good managers, good structure, and then also the right recruitment. Man United have been spending peas on peas after year for the last 8 years. We got no title. So this whole buying the club thing, it makes it for me personally, my bro. It makes
I
no
hear
sense.
guys. We've got to move on to other calls now. Listen, I really appreciate you coming on and having your say. Thank you very, very much indeed, Peterson. Top man. I'm also a Bayern fan and upset about last night against PSG. I bet you are. We're going to go to the next caller tonight. We're going to bring in Tom Little. Tom's a Liverpool fan. What are you saying, mate?
I mean, first of all, before I say anything about the team as a whole, the sooner Gini Wijnaldum goes, the better for this club. I've honest to God, that performance tonight, I don't care about his ball retention. That's not an impressive factor anymore because we've got midfielders who do that now. Fabinho, Thiago, Keita. When we talk about Gini Wijnaldum, we praise him on non-footballing attributes. How does that define how good a footballer they are? Oh, you're available every week. I could be available every week. My hamstrings aren't made of cheese. Doesn't mean I'm a good footballer. But regarding the team, I think it's time for a rebuild. I think this team's run its course. I do think that. I think we have the core for another great team, but it's time to change system. Not change manager. I think Klopp can adapt this system, but it's time to change system and change personnel.
So
we've got a good young core.
Yeah, when you say change personnel, in your mind, who do you want to see go out? Who needs to go, in your opinion? That's also going to raise you money.
Mane, Firmino. Wijnaldum's not going to raise his money, but the sooner he goes away, the better. Matip, and then a bunch of stragglers like Shaqiri and Origi, you might be able to get 10, 20 million for each of them. It's time to change it up. You've got a good core there in Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, who was exceptional tonight. Alisson, Robbo, Fabinho, Hendo. That's a good core to build a new team. But that team has run its course. This Mane, Salah, Firmino, this hard-working midfield, it's done. It gave me some of the best memories I've ever had, but I don't want it to tarnish anymore. It's just not got it anymore. It cannot compete with them great midfields. It cannot compete with them great teams.
Do you know what's interesting? You have to learn to be cutthroat when you're at the top, because Fergie was the greatest manager in the Premier League era at doing this. He cut ties with players. Barring the irony is, towards the end of his tenure, he didn't do this because he wasn't given the funds to replace players with ample quality. We know this. We were given Phil Jones and Smalling to replace Vidic and Rio. Do you know what I mean? Because it was cheaper. But when Man United was run properly and the money was being spent on a more regular basis under Fergie, you got rid of players just at their peak, maybe just after it. You cashed in when you could, and you moved on to new stars. And that's what Liverpool
would win the league and then sell the best players and become better. Jurgen Klopp is too nostalgic. He sits there and goes, yeah, we could do improving the midfield, but James Bond had a good game 3 years ago. We might do that again sometime soon. And that's not harsh on Milner. He was very good today. But like Wijnaldum, Gini Wijnaldum scored 2 goals against Barcelona. Chuck him in, he might do it again today. No. Fergie had like Ruud van Nistelrooy banging in 25 goals a season, sacked him off, and then got a 30 goal a season striker in Rooney or whatever. Like how he was able to do it is ridiculous, and that's the downfall of Jurgen Klopp. He's too loyal. I love him.
But can I ask you about Mane? Because the thing is, Mane has been a class player for pretty much since he's come to Liverpool. It's literally just the last 5 to 10 games where he's dropped form. I think even at the beginning of this season,
I wouldn't say it's 5 to 10 games. I'd say since he came back from COVID, he hasn't been the same since he came back from
COVID. Considering the way the season's gone, it's not one player that's been bad.
Not his output, his style of play. Mane used to be so confident and driving at players, taking them on. He showed glimpses of it tonight, but he's just not that anymore. He seems scared to. He feels more confident playing the backwards pass to Robertson. He was so good last season when he'd drive at the fullback, take him on, flick it backwards. The fullback's done. He doesn't know what to do. He's still chasing Mane, even though he's passed it backwards. Robertson's got all the time in the world.
Mane's form went down since he tried to resurrect his hairline.
Mate, listen, great call as ever, Tom. Really appreciate you coming on and having your say, mate. Thank you very, very much indeed. Commiserations for going out tonight. Listen, it's just staleness can set into a team.
Trying to not laugh, isn't it? Sorry.
I like Tom. Tom's actually got a level head, you know. He came on and was like, you know what, this play, they gotta go. That's what I want to see more of Liverpool, because he wants to win.
They won't go though. That's the problem.
Other ones that are there like,
But it's not even about being. It is about being level-headed. Of course, he is level-headed, but it's more than that. It's just being honest. And I think, and I don't mean it's horribly safe. You know, I love you, bro. But some Liverpool, I can hear it in your voice. It's that parent doubt. You know, that parent doubt. Like, you know, I've got a mate, right, who's 42 years old. He smoked since we were 8 years old. I never have, by the way. He does. His mum. If you ask his mum now, seriously, if I'm like, yo, Mrs. Albany, does Ian smoke? She'll say, no, he doesn't. She's blatantly seen him do it, but she denies it because she didn't want. Can't be true. Like a mother's blindness, like a mother's love, like it's blinding as it were. You can't see the flaws, and I hear it in you, Safe, and I hear it in a lot of Liverpool fans. You know the good times have gone. You're unsure if they're gonna come back quickly, but it's like, oh, I'm just gonna almost like I'm gonna will it to happen. I think I see a lot of that. That's just my view, though. Next on the show, we're gonna have Midu, MCFC, Man City fan. What you saying, Midu?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, bro. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm very happy that we qualified for the semi-final finally. I thought in the first half I don't think we played bad, even though we were 1-0 down. You know, we had chances, but in the second half, we finally took our chances. We scored from the penalty from Mahrez, and then the second goal from Foden. Oh my God, this guy is such a great player. For me, he has to win the Young Player of the Year. Such a good player. What can I say? And yeah, it was a good performance for us. You know, when we won them, I was not nervous. You know, the players were not nervous. They were like, okay, cool. Now no problem. Let's score another goal, and let's score the first goal, and we'll be fine. And we did. And you know, before the game, people were saying that Haaland would do a madness. Where was it today? Where was he? He was poor.
I mean, he did make the run for the first goal. Like,
yeah,
but they didn't score. He didn't score today.
Yeah, but David, you said he'd get a hat trick. He didn't do that.
no,
Yeah.
I said no. What I said is, if Mbappe scores two,
But
I said if Mbappe scores two, Haaland scores three. Did Mbappe score two? No, he did not.
We scored one, didn't he?
David, so
but-
David is so good. Midu, let me ask you a question. How confident are you of winning the Champions League?
I'm right now confident, yes, because Bayern Munich got knocked out yesterday. I think we'll beat PSG because, you know, they are not doing well in the French league. I think they're second. You know, they've got poor defensively. Defensively, they are poor. You know, defensively, we are good. Yes, they've got good attacking. The attacking wise, they are good. But attacking wise, us is very good as well. So I think we'll knock them out. And in the final, I think we'll play Real Madrid in the final. I think, and I think we'll beat them because we played them twice last season and we beat them twice.
Watch out, they might bring up their 13 Champions Leagues.
There we go, mate. Listen, take care of yourself. Listen, they're 13 Champions League. That
wasn't why. That wasn't why.
That pedigree got through tonight. Their heritage was there. Next on the show, he looks sad. We've got Rack backstage. We're going to bring Rack on in a second. PSG almost lost 8 games in the Uber Eats. They were lucky against Bayern. We are beating them for sure. Man City fans should be confident going into that game. You have a team that's used to winning. You've got a manager that's won the Champions League. You've got a manager that's won something. Pep has never got over that. Poch has never got over that line. So City go into that as the favourites, in my opinion. It's going to be an epic game. But Liverpool fan here looking disappointed out of all competitions. It's got, listen, this time last year you were giving it the big one. How's it feel, mate, to be shit again?
I'm not sure. We're good. We were all right today. Yeah, we weren't bad. Anyone who thinks it was a bad performance was wrong. Obviously, we didn't take our chances. I mean, some of the criticism some of the players are getting is frankly ridiculous. Gini had a good game. Gini was up and down. Wait. All right. Gini played a good game. All right. He was the leader of the press. If you saw when in the second half, the first half, when Madrid tried to play through us, he was following the man into midfield from midfield who was dropping in from Madrid. He tried to link up play. He did well. He retained possession, and he got on the other of some chances. We didn't take our chances. Okay, that's fine. That's why we're out. But
that's not fine, though.
No, it's not. What do you mean it's not fine? We
need to take our chances.
You can take them or not.
We need to take our chances. It's nothing. It's fine about that.
Just saying we need to take our chances doesn't change anything.
And when you say good
you're
performance,
right.
how long do you say performance until we include the chances that we missed inside of our performance?
Well, ultimately, we played well for the 90 minutes, and we didn't take our chance, and that's why we're out. Like, I don't know what you expect to say, but we weren't bad.
How much pressing?
We just.
How much pressing can one team do just to lose? Because that's all I'm hearing. All I'm hearing is, oh, he pressed well. This player pressed well. What you pressing? What you pressing for?
What parameters do you want to use to define a good performance then?
Winning.
Score. Score.
Individual.
No, knockout game. I'm sorry, Rack. Listen, you can talk about pressing all you want, but you're not a dry cleaners, bruv. You've got to score goals. You've got to put things away.
Yeah, okay, but this is all obviously that's true, right? That's why we're out. But sometimes you need to take account of the.
Yeah, it was people that press the like button, people.
Look, ultimately, if you don't go through, that's all that matters, right? That's why we're out. We didn't take our chances, but at the same time, we did okay. We played a good game. And we didn't do enough. What more can you say, right?
Right. Can I ask you this then, really quick, about Wijnaldum? Because everyone loves his ball retention for some reason. If someone keeps the ball, does nothing with it, and only passes sideways or backwards, believe it or not, you're not going to lose the ball.
Mate. That's absolutely.
It's not such a nonsense. I've seen it.
It's your opinion, which is absolute nonsense.
No, but there's opinion, and then it's literally facts. I see Wijnaldum do this on the pitch.
Do you think you know more about football than Jurgen Klopp? You watch.
Of course, I don't.
10 times as much as you do.
Of course, I don't know about football than Jurgen Klopp.
So be quiet.
But when I hear Barcelona is interested, and Gini Wijnaldum starts every game, there's a reason we're losing as well, remember?
So the reason we're losing is Gini Wijnaldum?
He's one of the reasons, probably one of the biggest reasons.
Okay. I don't know how you substantiate that. That's a nonsense.
Whenever I hear his name, I get chest pain, just everything.
Okay, but that's you. That's your weakness, mate. Don't put that on the team.
Well, I have to put that on the team if we're losing.
Well, what do you want to do? What could we
have done
differently?
I want to win. I want to win.
You've just come on here, right? And you've said, okay, Gini Wijnaldum. Why did we not go through today?
Because their team. I'm not going to just say Gini Wijnaldum, but one of the reasons.
Bland, obscure.
How?
Because you're saying, Gini Wijnaldum's not good. You're not giving any.
Am I lying?
All you're saying is he passes backwards and sideways, which is nonsense.
He hasn't registered a Premier League assist in 3 years.
No. There's a reason why I say he passes sideways and back. The reason I say he passes sideways and backwards is because he passes sideways and backwards.
Okay. Everybody passes sideways and backwards.
Not as much as Wijnaldum. Nowhere near as much as Wijnaldum. When we need to score a goal, the last thing you want to do is keep hold of the ball. Think who you're going to pass it to. Gini gets the ball. Gini gets the ball. Looks forward. Who can he pass it to? Keeps the ball, so he slows down everything 10 seconds. Real Madrid get their players back and then plays it sideways. You cannot do that in a Champions League quarter-final, let alone a Premier League game.
But at the same time, in a Champions League semi-final or quarter-final, you need to have a cool head about you and pick out the right passes. All right?
And he doesn't pick out the right passes.
You're rack. Over the 2 legs, did you guys deserve to win?
No.
And that is where you should be more annoyed. You should not be like you played okay, cool. You played well, you pressed, you ball retention, but over the 2 legs, you man were not good enough, and that overall should be what you guys are talking about right now.
You know, I agree, but I also don't think, but there has to be some balance to that, because I also don't think we were as bad as some people are making out. Like, you know, blaming Firmino and blaming Gini, like making scapegoats.
No, sorry, Rack, bro. On a real level, like obviously we're cool. We spoke for many times. They are. If they scored those goals, this is how you can look. If they scored those goals, you'd be calling them heroes. They missed those chances. That makes them zeros. It does. I know you're going to say
I don't agree with that.
It's a 12-year-old little rhyme. It's 12-year-old analysis, but they can't be heroes scoring the winning goals, right? No, they can't be the heroes when they get the winners, but then when they miss open, not quite open goals, but open, clear-cut chances, when you miss so many of them, it deters from maybe the good things they do. At the end of the day, I've said this many times, you can have great flicks, great tricks, great pressing, great dribbling,
great
all that you can. Great to if you miss the chances, it's done. Yesterday, Neymar, everyone was salivating over his performance. If Bayern Munich knocked them out, his performance to me is, I don't care about the techers, the flicks, the silks, the dribbling, the wonderful moments. He missed 3 gilt-edged chances. If his team then goes out, he's culpable.
He's culpable to a certain extent, but you can't. If that happens, you can't just blame the whole thing on him.
No, can I say this then? Can I at least say this?
Very Sonny, 1 second. No one's blaming the whole thing on those two.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard that on here. People have blamed the lack of investment, the squad going stale, Mane being off the pace. There are people that have come on the show or tweeted or super chatted tonight saying, that Mo Salah is too wasteful as an example. It was actually a lot of people said you're in this position tonight because Jurgen Klopp hasn't evolved these tactics and played too high a line in the first leg, and you got caught out for too many of your goals. So there's lots of reasons given for you going out, but two of your worst performers for a year now in a Liverpool shirt have been Gini and Firmino, and they deserve criticism. Because when they were playing well, they were being praised. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, Rack.
Yeah, I agree. And there have been times this season which both Gini and Firmino and basically everybody in the whole team, right? Everyone's made mistakes. Everyone's from Alisson to Mo to, you win as a team as you lose as a team. Sometimes you have good performances from players. Sometimes you have bad performances. Today wasn't a bad performance from either of those guys. We're out. We deserve to be out. But at the same time, we live to fight. We've still got the Premier League. We've got to get top 4.
There we go. Rack, mate, great call, great challenge. We love that here at the Terrace, mate. Top man, speak to you soon, brother. All the best.
I love Safe just down there, just contemplating life. Just like,
No. I feel like I'm on my own here, yeah. And finally, 2 Liverpool fans have come on now, kind of agreeing with it. And the thing is, Terry, by the logic that you were saying about goal scoring and everything, Salah missed a chance in the second minute, which he would have put away 9 out of 10 times last season.
Yep.
And not once has he been mentioned in this. But
okay. I'll tell you as to why, as you addressed me. Mo Salah did miss a big chance tonight. He did. That first chance was a big chance. He didn't have a good night. But he has performed very consistently again so far this season. So when a player performs week in, week out consistently, and then has a bad game in a clutch, a bad performance in a clutch game, I think that's more forgivable than players that have been consistently dropping stinkers week in, week out for over a year or so now for your team. There is a fundamental difference because it's a bit like a struggling manager gets less opportunity than a manager that's like Jurgen Klopp having a bad season this year. You're not all screaming for him to be sacked. Why? Because he got credit in the bank. If you hadn't have won the Champions League, if you hadn't have won the Premier League last year, you'd be calling for him to be sacked right now. It's credit in the bank, brother. It's a different scenario for me.
But the thing is, I feel like, all right, yeah, Salah's been, he's been great this whole season, and the Salah bashers out there can just shut up because he's been scoring goals in probably one of the worst Liverpool teams we've seen in a while. But Gini Wijnaldum has only dropped off since the beginning of March. And
Davis has
not been that bad. He has not been that bad.
No Premier League assist in 3 years. 3 years. Over 1,000 days. No Premier League assist.
Right, if you get any closer to your mic, I'm going to start smelling your breath. Yeah? Right.
I've got good breath, I've got good breath.
All right, now listen, his breath stinks like his agenda, fam. Yo, let him know, bro. Let him know.
No, I do hear what you're saying. We've got some super chats here. Strong TV. Hi, how are you? Says, hey, Liverpool fans, a Chelsea fan enjoying the Champions League now. You enjoy not winning a trophy in the Europa Conference League next season. MCFC here says, come on, City. We had a big super chat here from man like Red. I've seen Red United in a long time. Thanks for coming back, bro. He says it took time for Klopp to go. He's already got you to a Champions League and league titles. It's only going to get harder from now. As this season put to bed the big debate that was brewing last year that this is the greatest ever Premier League team of all time? I
don't know who you were debating with. I can't lie.
The whole world, bro. Just Google Liverpool greatest team ever. You will see an abundance of articles.
It's football Twitter, man. Just
no. Articles by mainstream media outlets. Then go on the Twitter and see the responses to it.
Sky Sports.
Oh, you're all doing it. You're loving it, bro.
There's literally a list of Premier League champions, and they put Liverpool second. Okay, this is the level.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they are.
So
down.
You are no better than Leicester.
It's done. We can do a few more calls here because we're coming close to the end of the show. Because remember, midnight tonight. What's happening, KJ?
Yo, midnight vibes, getting the midweek vibes. Champions League semi-finals coming up. We were talking everything Champions League, and also dissecting this Liverpool performance and how fraudulent this Liverpool team is.
Fraudulent.
Charlatans.
I'm gonna ask,
Isn't it?
guys, I just want to ask quickly here. We'll do some more calls before the end of the show. Before the end of the show today. Man City, Paris Saint-Germain. Who would you pick as your winner, David?
Man City.
Why?
Actually, no. Scratch that. PSG. Why? Storyline. Simple.
You don't believe this whole storyline thing, man.
Zane, Real Madrid, Chelsea. Who do you think is going to have enough to go through?
Were you asking me?
Did I call you Zane?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, where is he?
Everyone's writing Zane's name in the comments. I had the word Zane in my head. Sorry. Safe.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Oh, why would you pick
say it? Because David's on the show, yeah, but Chelsea.
How about yourself, Sonny? Do you fancy Chelsea to make the final?
If they do, I'll just say now Man City are winning it, man.
Man City, just outright Man City are winning.
Just Man City are winning it. I've had that since the start of the season. They're gonna win it.
Man, you know what? Yeah, Real Madrid, because of 13
Champions League. I was waiting for that. Yeah.
So Real Madrid, they're gonna make it 14. You know what? Why not? I called these guys as dark horses at the start. I will continue with that. I'll continue with the agenda.
Isn't it? Certain Chelsea fans prefer them to come outside, isn't it?
Question about that though: if Real Madrid win it, that'll be the 4th time Zinedine Zidane has won it as a manager. Where would that rank him in terms of greatness? I don't think any manager has 4.
No, he would be the greatest Champions League manager of all time.
You can't say that. You can't say that. That's not a title.
Can.
No. I mean, you can say that, but I mean, like, that's not a good way of describing him. Like a Champions League best manager. Let's look at it as a manager, not like Champions League manager.
No, but you look at everything. If he wins 4,
yeah, but he's not the best manager ever.
No, in the greatest Champions League manager.
No, but that's what I mean. I don't think we should do that. I think we should just take away like greatest Champions. I think we just say greatest manager, not that he is. No, I know that he's not. Which is why we need to say that he's not.
But he would have the best record in the Champions League, so therefore make him the best Champions League manager. I don't see what's the issue with that title. I don't see what. Yeah, you're just moving. I know what it is. You're just moving upset because Real Madrid have 13.
If Real Madrid play City in the final, I'd be rooting for Real Madrid or anyone in the final. Actually,
I was always taught that you should always want the team that knocks you out to go on to be the winners. Not so much to support them, but at least you got knocked out by the.
So PSG.
I got beat by the
You got beat by the champions, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like I got beat by the champions.
Istanbul Başakşehir, they're not in it.
No. PSG knocks us out. Don't worry about that. PSG.
Yeah. That game. But yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting one for me. I kind of like this. I think this would be Zidane's greatest Champions League victory if he was to go on and win it, because the squad isn't as good. The players are not as good. He has no Ronaldo because Ronaldo was actually impossible to replace. So to do it again with a lot of people sort of looked at it. What it does, like there's that thing hanging over Pep. You can't win it without Messi. A lot of people put that to Zidane. He only did it because Ronaldo was it. If he does it without Ronaldo, like 2 years after Ronaldo leaves, it would be.
To be fair, though, the English team's records this year, they've won every single title, apart from, them frauds, greatest Premier League champions of all time. Apart from them, every single English team has won against the Spanish team this year. So, by the stats.
Wait, what? Hang on. What do you mean? Say that again.
So every single team that's played an English team that's played a Spanish team this season.
How many other English teams have played Spanish teams?
You're talking about European football.
European football.
What's the Europa League as well?
So Europa League as well, yeah.
But those Spanish teams are like teams we've never heard of.
Well, Villarreal. You've never heard of Villarreal?
Villarreal. They're very weak.
Real Sociedad just won the Copa del Rey, bro.
All right, well, they're still not good compared to the English teams that are playing them. Compared to the English teams that are playing them, they're useless.
Wait. No, I'm not having this because when Man United got to Real Sociedad, it's Man United are finished. They're done.
Once again, it's football Twitter. Yeah, it's not me saying it. It's not real people saying it.
Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, but I don't do that football Twitter stuff.
You're part of football Twitter then.
I'm not.
You're on socials right now. Do you know what's interesting for me though? Man United should go through tomorrow night. I want Arsenal to go through now because there's a lot of people that support Premier League teams that don't think our league's very good. They're weird. Imagine like I'm going to support an English team and the Prem, I'm going to think it's rubbish. That's kind of how they talk. Imagine having 4 English teams in the semi-finals of the. It puts it bodes well as well. Do you know what I mean? We could see. Oh, it would be lovely. It would be very, very lovely for the rhetoric to have an all English final for both. That would be amazing. That'd be absolutely.
It's happened before. It happened
UEFA,
3 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
UEFA would hate it. Imagine twice in 3 years the English teams do that. Oh, we're not the best league. Oh, I want it so bad.
Terry, the warm balls will be coming out next year in full force.
Warm balls. Talking about warm balls, Manscaped, the deal is still on. You know what I'm saying? Terry, tell him.
20% discount off of all your male grooming products. Remember, the 21st of June is fast approaching. Gentlemen, you need your dolphin's beak and your kiwis to be in the most pristine condition possible so that you are ready to go. No fuzz, no breadcrumbs, no nonsense. Clean, healthy, tidy. Get it done. Get it done, gents. 20% discount off all their grooming products right about now. Tuchel has never lost to a Spanish team in the Champions League. That is an interesting statistic to know.
Wow. You like that?
David is getting attacked today. Listen, I know there's still loads more callers, but we just don't have time today. In an hour's time, Midnight Vibes is back. So make sure
Terry's going to tell you, go back and say what it really is.
Oh, midweek vibe.
No.
Oh no, the best show. The best show on the Football Terrace that I do not host, and it's on at midnight tonight. There's 2,500 people watching. I would love for you all. I know you will obviously respect the channel. Please come back at midnight and watch KJ's Midnight Vibes. It's a great show. It's fun. Lasts about 2 hours. Some lovely ladies on there. It's absolutely brilliant. So make sure you go and get that done right now. Everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Congratulations to Manchester City. You were phenomenal. Well done, Phil Foden. Liverpool back in the mud. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God